YouTube. Cool. Let me go make sure the stream health is fine. Yeah, so today's video is a live stream. It's going to be mainly just checking over some requested coins from the live stream chat. And then also I'm going to be hopping in on a chart here real quick and pair and see where we can go with some profits. So yeah, let's see here, live streaming. Hold on just a sec. Just want to make sure the stream is working fine. Cool. Welcome. Alright, so I have 0.047 BTC in here that I'm gonna spend on one of these charts, and I'm looking for one right now. I will say that Ethereum looks pretty good, but I'm not gonna enter just right away. I'm gonna look for a little bit of a better entry on something if I can. Oops. Gonna just buy market price here and see if we can watch it as it goes up while I do some analysis of some other charts. Okay. So I'm just kind of looking here to see if I find one that looks suitable. I'm looking for some volume in the bottom, you know, suitable for an entry or a trade setup. So let's see here. Okay, let's get into a little bit of a smaller time frame on Expanse and see what's going on here. All right, let's enter based on a breakout at this consolidation and just see where Expanse goes from here. Just a little experiment trade while we're going over other charts. If Poloniex will load, that is. Oh, I think I can just do it on here. My account should be connected. Should be at least. Oh yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna set a buy order at market price for 38 Expanse. Cool. And then now let's check out some charts. The order has been placed. I'm gonna go check and see what requests you guys have on charts. Let me just turning on this light here. See if I can get a little better lighting. Okay, now you guys can just XEM. Let's see, I'm looking for some charts requests to analyze here. So welcome everybody that's live here today. Yeah, I'll check out Digibyte. Ooh, let's see if hopefully we get that entry here on Expanse. Might pump too quick. I bet you there's enough volatility though. Digibyte. Okay. This one's dropped off a little bit here since its peak. I'm gonna start with a retracement from where the move started to happen based on this volume breakout here. It's came down to this risk support zone quite a few times, and I wouldn't be surprised if we fall through this support. There's been quite a bit of resistance up here at the 236, so it wouldn't surprise me if we come back down to maybe the 618 or the 05 or maybe even the 786, but that would really surprise me. So I do see a temporary drop off here in Digibyte prices, probably over the next couple days. but it really depends on if it falls through this resistance or support or not. And it looks like it's doing that right now, actually. So, but yeah. Oh, you can't see my screen. That's definitely an issue. There we go. I apologize for that. Now I'll go over to Expanse here so I can show you what we bought. That happens to me on a lot of these live streams. It's because I'm used to switching between the two for the videos when I record. So I need to remember to do that when I stream. But yeah, this is what we have an entry on, an Expanse based on buying this consolidation on this breakout. So we're going to see if we can catch this second arm, this second pump here in Expanse, if it will drop for our entry. But let's go back to Digibyte because I was doing analysis on that. Yeah, see, I think Digibyte is going to fall through this support and probably come to 0.5. One of these supports, one of these three supports, I would suspect the 0.618, I mean, at around 441 Satoshis, just because we've been falling out of this support range. But it really depends on if we catch support on this trend line too, because it has had somewhat of a trend line through this area here. So it might catch support on that trend, but like I said, it depends on whether we break this support area. But if we do, I would see a bearish move to one of these support retracements on Digibyte. All right. Yes, I got the screen working. Okay, I'll go over made safe now too. All right, so this is a smaller time window. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger here. Oh, cool. Sometimes these candlesticks take a minute to load, but it's whatever. All right. Made safe does look really good right now, honestly. We bounced off this resistance right back down to the support at the 618. That just goes to show that these coins like to bounce off these lower Fibonacci's. That's why they always come up and then they pull back to basically where they broke out of in this range. XMR made a similar pattern to this and then continued on its uptrend, and I feel that this coin will continue on this trend here. There's a lot of money coming into these markets right now, and I don't really see this exponential growth slowing down for a minute. So I'm still long on Made. I think it's going to come up through this 382 resistance and then probably pop right past the 236 and go to all-time high, previous high, and then possibly break to all-time high. So I've definitely been watching Made for a minute, and I've been long on it for a minute too. So still very good as a chart, and I feel like price will continue to rise. All right. Now let's go over XEM, because that's been heavily requested lately too. Yes, this one. This one had a pretty nice move. I mentioned this on my trading view back here. I'll go ahead and load that too. So we did have like a small little double top here, but this could just be a consolidation pattern. It really depends on where we break from this consolidation, though I would suspect a bearish move considering how parabolic this chart is right now, unless we catch support like really hard right here somewhere and then just make another move on the upside like that, which is very possible. I'm not saying that's not possible, because it does look like it could go more parabolic from here, right? It just doesn't look like it's pushed up all the way. And it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that is what happens in this area, is that we break high out of this area. Now, if, we have to kind of assume how long this consolidation pattern is going to be. And if we look at the previous consolidation patterns, they're, usually pretty long. But we could be getting relatively close to that soon. So I would be waiting for it to make a move up or below this zone in this time frame here, between like from now till around the 28th or the 30th. So closer to the end of this month, we might see a turnaround in this consolidation pattern if we don't fall through support on XEM. But yeah, this is one that I've been watching for a minute. I posted on my trading view back right here on the 29th of March. You can go ahead and follow me on trading view too. It's just Dallin_Anderson. But I posted a long position right here, and it definitely went bullish after that. So I've been watching this coin for a minute. But all right, now let's go look at some other ones. Lisk. Yeah, you're welcome, Mark. Thanks for tuning in today, you guys. I appreciate that. All right, wow. Yeah, this is just a little consolidation pattern right here, and I suspect that these prices break high out of this consolidation due to the sheer amount of volume. This looks like a move on the upside, and then we have these pullback candles right here to support. And as long as we don't fall through support areas around here at about 55K, oh, that order executed for expands, so we're in on expands. So as long as we don't fall through like 55K, we should be continuing on this pump here in Lisk. But if we go into a little bit closer time frame here, we might be able to look at what entries might look like if you're trying to trade this right now. Let's take from where the move happened, which is really like right here. That's just because that's where the big volume spike happens and it breaks above resistance. All right. Yeah, it really depends on where we go up into this little consolidation pattern here. If we break below or above this consolidation pattern, and then if we can break above this resistance, it will definitely move higher from here. So it's catching support pretty nicely here, but this could easily turn back around to like this area here. So you'd want to be watching this, depending on where you entered. You might, and depending on what your strategy is, you might want to have stops set around here if you entered somewhere here, just so that you can re-enter if it drops lower. But Lisk does look pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. So it would surprise me if we fall below this support just because of sheer volume. And volume speaks, a lot. It's very important to pay attention to volume. All right, so that's my thoughts on Lisk. Waves. Yes, we can go over waves. And then I can go over Saya too for you guys. BitterX. Ooh. This looks pretty good. Let's see if we can break this resistance. That would, ooh. Yeah, wow. I love it when you guys tell me to look at charts I really like. Yeah, no, I would not be at all surprised if this goes higher today. It's not really rejecting too hard out of this resistance, and we really just barely started on this move. As you can see, it's looks like it's starting to go parabolic here. we definitely could have a rejection in prices here, but I will say it would surprise me. I bet that this coin breaks above this consolidation in this area here between 0.00107 and 0.00124. So it just looks like it's an ascending triangle right now, and it looks like it's about to break that ascending triangle. And when it breaks above this ascending triangle, you can enter right here at about 0.00125. You could also have a stop limit order, so enters when it breaks above the ascending triangle. But like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if it makes another move of at least, let's see, normally ascending triangles move at least how big they are. So it would make at least a 25% move, if not more, from here, because it's just starting to go parabolic. So you could count on about a 20% move right here, 20%. So yeah, be watching on waves, definitely. That could be a nice little swing trade if you enter right there and then sell right here at 0.01469. All right. Let's see. What was the other one? Saya, I think. There was one that... Yes, I will talk about Bitcoin here in a minute. Oh yeah, SC, that's what it was. This is one that I did want to discuss. Actually, we'll go with Poloniex prices, because volume is important. All right, so let's go from when the move happened. Cool. So we just fell onto this 382 support zone. We might have a little bounce up right here in prices. Let's go into maybe if we go to 30-minute candles here. Ooh, that took away my fibs. Go back to an hour. We'll draw another Fibonacci here up in this area between here and here. And then what you're looking to do is line those fibs up. Let's see. Come on. All right. So if we do have a bounce right here, I wouldn't suspect this to catch support quite yet. Honestly, we had a pretty big rejection candle right here. So in my opinion, I would suspect that we fall back onto a more a stronger support trend. So probably maybe even down to the 786 Fibonacci here, or even to the 786 Fibonacci, the 618 Fibonacci here. Possibly even down to this support, but that would really surprise me. And the reason I say this is just mainly because if you see a consolidation pattern like this, where it comes up and then it hits an area and then it starts consolidating right here, and then you have a break below in the consolidation pattern, and then another strong rejection candle right here with this huge wick right here, it's very likely that it comes down to the 618 fib, a stronger support trend zone, just because when prices get pushed up that drastically, they usually pull back pretty drastically too. So I suspected a little downswing here in SC Saya. All right. Now let's go with ZEC, and then we will go with Bitcoin. And then I will answer any other questions you guys may have. And maybe another chart if we have time. I have to check and see. Probably do. All right. In Zcash, really what is important here is that this is when things start happening. Right there in Zcash. And honestly, this is one that has a lot of upward potential, but I will say that this price just got pumped so drastically high right here that if we, as long as we, um, as long as we keep trending down right here and break below like this support area in this little triangle that it started forming. So as long as we break down below support in this triangle at 0.1023, then I would see a little bearish move to the 786. But if we break above this triangle, so the triangle range that we're in right now is 0.1178 and 0.1032. So, if we break above those or below that price, then that will tell you, where the momentum is generally headed in this right now. And right now, it would kind of surprise me if we broke up hard right here. Again, just because of rejection candles. This looks like it could possibly be a little head and shoulders formation right here. So it wouldn't surprise me if we broke down to one of these support areas. Now, it could also break up here, but like I said, in my opinion, that's less likely. I think that it would come down to this after this rejection and head and shoulders right there. So, all right, let's go look and see what other STR. Yes, I can do STR. This is one that I've been watching, and I am pretty long on STR. We have been making a gnarly bearish move right here, though, which is, it kind of moved a little bit lower than I was expecting it to right here, but happens. So basically what we've had is we've seen these huge rejections out of lows on STR, which is why I'm bullish on STR. But it is falling out of some of these lows right now. So I'm possibly expecting that we have, let's see here. Where's this? Draw from here to here. Where is that lined fibs? There we go. It's possible that we catch support right here, but it wouldn't surprise me if we fell one more time to the 786 before we really bounce on the upside. Though I will say I don't think that this will fall any lower than this area right here, and especially this area right here where it hit this rejection super hard after the pullback from this rejection and prices here. So that's what I'm thinking on Stellar right now. Probably a temporary bear move to the 786 fib at 1819. So be watching for that, because that would be a good entry in my opinion on Stellar. And I do think this has a lot of upward swing to go, like a lot after this little rejection here. So ETC, yes, I can do ETC. I'm glad you guys mentioned that one, because I've been watching ETC myself. Own some in both of my accounts. All right, now I'm gonna go from the move here. Let's see when this move really started happening. I guess basically right there. Cool. I do see that we are retracing back right now. So we did have a rejection in prices. We'll probably come to the 236 fib, or possibly even this one, but it would really surprise me if we go that low right off the bat here. I would rather suspect that we bounce right here and this kind of become a consolidation area. And the reason for this is just general Ethereum pumping and hype around Ethereum. ETC is just handling the prices pretty well right now. And, if there is, if Ethereum goes up really high and then it has a rejection, some of that money could come into ETC just because they are correlated. So you might want to be watching for stuff like that. Is if you start to see some ETC ETH volume increase on Poloniex, the pair, because you can trade the pair on here, ETH ETC. So if you start to see a bunch of volume on here increasing like this, where we have a bottom formation out of Ethereum, then this might just be like some final pumping that they're doing, but this is a lot of volume, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a nice little uptrend here in ETC and we just break above after catching support at 0.00579. And that would be probably the lowest I see this congestion pattern going, or consolidation. But if we do break below this 5.7 area, then a further pullback may be expected here in ETC. Okay, I'm going to do Litecoin and Bitcoin. We've got 184 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really, I appreciate that. Litecoin, yes, I have a lot of Litecoin. I actually put a very large majority of total account balance in Litecoin in this dip area during BTC pumping, because this, to me, was an extremely oversold channel that we are in Litecoin. It just seemed like we are getting pushed lower and lower in prices here, and in my eyes, I don't really see how we can't catch support on this major trend area here and pop back up out of this on Litecoin, especially since it does have a lot of good fundamentals surrounding it. It already has SegWit, like stuff like that, like SegWit signaling, like Coinbase, like that type of stuff adds up. And then when the prices get like really sold like this, like if you think about when Ethereum was added to Coinbase, prices actually dropped to like $7, $6. It was like crazy, right? I told my friends, like, buy Ethereum, and they did. And they're glad that they bought Ethereum that low, because it came right back up. So we did have a lot of good fundamentals right here. But normally people kind of buy the rumor. There was rumors it was getting added, so people buy the rumor and then sell the news when we come up to this. So this was the news, right? SegWit, and then this is the news, so people are selling the news, and I think it's coming back up very hard from here. So Litecoin is one that I'm watching and one that I'm holding a significant portion in. All right. Now let's go over XRP and Bitcoin, since there's a lot of people want XRP right now. Might as well put another chart in here. Okay. XRP is obviously a big mover here in the world of crypto. I mean, billions of dollars coming into it on a monthly basis, just unbelievable amounts of money, right? In my opinion, what we are seeing in XRP here, in XRP here, is we just came up, we're coming down again, channeling, people selling the news, like good hype, lots of hype around XRP at this point. And then this channeling on the downside, so it gets really, really sold, and then usually they bounce off the 618 fib here. So I think that what we're going to see in prices in XRP is we'll come down to the 618 fib at around 11K, and then we'll bounce off right here, consolidate, and this pattern should go much higher from here. But if we do catch support very hard in this area, which is possible that we do catch support in the 0.5 area, then I see this trend continuing quicker than that. But most of the time they pull back to the 618. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen is 618 here. Okay. Let's see, any other questions? NXT. Yes, I will do NXT because I'm holding NXT, but that is the final chart besides Bitcoin here. All right, now this is one that I'm holding right now. Let's see here. Let's go from this low here up to this high on fibs. Now basically we're just in a consolidation area. Right here is our consolidation pattern inside of NXT right now. And it wouldn't surprise me, again, if we fall out of this consolidation pattern and come pull back to like the 382 area. And then I would see that prices consolidate at the 382 area. So they would probably come bounce right here, consolidate in the 382 area. And then from here, I suspect an upward swing inside of NXT because I'm still very long on it. It just looks like it needs to make an inverse head and shoulder out of it low right here because we just got rejected out of highs. So now we'll go to Bitcoin and call it a stream here. I did go over Zcash, by the way, for the person that was requesting it, and this will be uploaded to YouTube later, so you can check my thoughts on Zcash there. All right, so let's load my chart layout for Bitcoin, and then we'll check on that expanse trade, see if we're in any profit since the start of the stream here. Okay, so Bitcoin came up and pushed right through this resistance zone, and it's now in the 2500 resistance zone. Basically, we're waiting to see if we break above 2500 in Bitcoin, and if we do break above 2500, we might even see upwards to a $3,000 Bitcoin, and that's the main reason most alts right now are looking like they're gonna, the major ones like XRP, Stellar, that's why they're suffering right now, in my opinion, is because of major Bitcoin parabolic movement. That's why STR and XRP are pulling back more than previously expected. But oh wow, come on, let's see here. But yeah, no, we're still, we actually still haven't technically come up to the sell area in this RSI, so I'm still thinking Bitcoin will push through this resistance. And like I said, it honestly wouldn't surprise me one bit if we do see a $3,000 Bitcoin soon. So be watching Bitcoin. It always this is why I still hold majority in Bitcoin, even though recently I did sell a lot onto Litecoin because I liked the pattern. Still 50% of my account is Bitcoin. Pretty close right now. There's just a little bit below since Litecoin, but I hold a lot in Bitcoin, and so it's because Bitcoin is my personal storage of value. So that's why I do that. But yeah, no, it's just going parabolic. It's a nice upswing. We're picking up on volume. Like we just pushed right past resistance here at 2,500. And then we caught support on this ascending triangle right here. It's 1,700 after rejections out of 18. And it's just, it's just been going very, very parabolic from here. This right here was a miniature sell-off. That's when I entered on Litecoin, is right here in this area when Bitcoin was coming up to the 2,100 range. So yeah, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. It looks like it just wants to push up through, and like I said, a $3,000 Bitcoin isn't isn't something that would surprise me one bit in this move here. It actually meets up pretty nicely with like the Fibonacci retracements, and so I think that's a high possibility. So okay, now let's go ahead and check on Expanse and see if we got some profit on that, or if we're what kind of a situation we're in here on Expanse. Again, we bought this pump here. Looks like we had a bearish pullback candle to right here. So we're going to set our risk and reward ratio. I'm going to back test this a little bit. It looks like this coin has a pretty steep risk to reward ratio. The biggest candles I'm seeing are probably about 20% moves on the downside. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can do 40% with a 20% loss, and then I'm just going to hold this over the next period of time and update you guys on where this trade goes. Okay, I don't think ETH is going to suffer too much just purely because of volume. I just think that Stellar and Ripple are the ones mainly pulling back a little bit there. So that's just what we kind of have to deal with when Bitcoin makes these types of moves, is unexpected pullbacks. But all right, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into my live stream. I have been working on a lot of cool things, that like the ebook, which is getting very close to being done, which I will be emailing everybody that's part of my subscription list out with a notice when that comes out. And then anybody that isn't part of my subscription list, go ahead and go to my website and check that out. Just subscribe with your email and you will get notified when that is ready. So yeah, I plan on having that ready by the end of this week. But yeah, things are looking very good on Poloniex. All of the volume is still picking up. All of the market capitalization is still picking up significantly. Like, we're at $86,332,110,767 in market capitalization. 24-hour volume is $3,520,132,721. Bitcoin dominance is 46.8%, and everything's pretty bullish right now. So it's good to see that type of movement. But happy trading, everybody. Stay profitable, stay wise, and I will catch you guys in my next video.